the high level of science, the science of Acharya, Acharya's thoughts, expressions, his translations, that Veda, Satapatha Brahmans, etc., that I am the same animal lover, doctor, the caretaker, humanity annihilators, reporters, that human annihilation, doomsday, catastrophe is being brought. That in Indian called Niche Wala, this is the underneath Wala, the power. Suddenly they are talked from me on that angle, apart. How that underneath people's view is coming up. They are making teeth with that probe to bring those people of the machine setup from that. They are discussing their papers that that system, human killing, climate change is horrible one. 52 layers. That layers may be 200, 300 meters away, difference, even that more. That horrible that one gulf or sea, ocean is required for that 52 layers to accommodate, to put in this, mainly in deep water. Hardly remains outside. But remaining outside, it is become probability, and that is the climate change. Climate is not being changed with any component materials on its own, or human just burning a full that fossil or woods or cars or agriculture, methane, etc. No, like that. So I do not know that my video is being continued. That such a blue whale, I am that blue whale and is continue or not? Yes, continue. The climate change and Colorado Institute, that my effort. So that OIE, HO and FAO, three critical organization and scientific, that International Atomic Energy Commission, UNESCO, has to jointly bound to respond. And I am the country from where I am reporting. The country is India. So the spiritual power, which is that deals with mind level activities and knowledge, which that any material so far has not claimed, or scientists that they have with the instrument or science or high tech has able to copy that mind, but that human-like activity, that robotic, has been long back. But that is too much, that capability is also similar, but that spirit, what level manipulate that vagina, or which is power, that water, magnetic stuff, etc., killing power, that I am looking about sun. Sun is far away. Still I am able to see. And it will be seen that it is only hardly 5 or 10 kilometers as if I estimation. But that it is million, trillions kilometers. So crores. So Earth is hardly 5 or 6,000 kilometers, but how are penetrating, some people are coming and killing animal, birds, human. So as human, animal, bird, plant, everybody is affected with the climate change, being changed. With machine man-made, where no chemical reaction or chemical fact is responsible, only that mechanical physics of this, or vagina power, human influencing, and that water column and magnetic field stuff, rotatory fields, and mind playing is the main role, and that vast system, the metal system remaining undersea ocean, that is the main principal cause, that is gravitational field, psychosomatic field, etc. But there is a question of humanity annihilator, which is damaging simultaneously nature, mind, and life, and putting dead soul into the hell, meaning that metal ores, that that as you are spiritually very poor, that country is spiritual, that motherland of the humanity. You are showing that FAO product for our rights, Indian peoples, the poor conditions, whatever. But my thought is very simple. I am remaining in very simple manner as an Indian spiritual type of, not hard structure, metal, iron, less iron, no metal at most, only plant and this spiritual, the perforated land, no too much concrete, is a little hardy just to prevent that rodents, mice, etc. Pouring on the snakes. It is this infested that white climate, but this is the horrible climate change. That each and everybody is complaining this year, particularly terrific cold, and suddenly is becoming terrific warm-like condition. That বাংলা में বলো খুব গরম হচ্ছে এবছর সবচেয়ে বেশি ঠান্ডা হয়েছে তো হ্যাঁ মূলো I have as a agriculturist son, so I have planted that mula, radish. Oh, radish तो बड़ा नहीं है, ले 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 हाँ वो पाता था उसे दे दो लाओ लाओ मैं व्यवस्थित दाओ ले ले खाओ the radish, white radish and is wheat and job को क्या कहता है job, the sacred job, and wheat is not understood, the green chili, and that carrot. Yeah, well, cabbage is not becoming coming due to this metallic system to condense and create pathogen suitable environment. The magnetic stuff. It's, huh? तो ये बच्चा तुम्हारा जब एग्रीकल्चर फील्ड खत्म हो गया ना नष्ट हो गया ना कि चाष और एवरी तो बट दिस ये बच्चा सबसे बेसी ठंडा है ठंडा मतलब कोल्डनेस बहुत ठंडा still it is changing and this month is hardly we face rain in 60-70 years in such horrible manner weighty and critical condition that is man-made only and no other explanation can be explained all this absurd absurdity and people dead mind mesmerized falling down and vomissions micturations that mind mesmerization suicide etc. It's not related with corona. It is hardly have a corona has penetrated in these years. There's no history of this region that corona red alert zone. So this is that even if it is corona is coming, that particular parijat leaves is there. If this leaf can be taken as such green, that fever of any viral disease can be prevented, bacterial infections, fever condition within 1 and 2 days. So there's no need of any microbial drugs, etc. I am washing and I will be chewing of this. This is English name I will give you, Parijasto, Sivli, Bengali Sivli full. When you will reach the Indian Bengal, my Vishnupur Mahajati southern, the great race of Aryan anarchism, from where the Sanskrit, the Vedic scripture knowledge, Max Muller first translated, and that was the translation of Upanishad, Vedanta, Veda, epics, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and this Manu Samhita, etc. All that inner mystic mind, spirit, Indian knowledge was translated from Sanskrit to English through the Cambridge and Oxford. He translated later on in German language. So there's so many famous scientists that who was the religious philosopher, the Bishop Church only made the science development and triumph that earlier is a philosophical transaction. So philosophical transaction was the natural science mainly. So those that way India is the land of the science original, who has coined that science term, science vidya or archaeology, etc. Rome is Indian related, Turkey is Indian related, Egypt is Indian related, Sudan cult is Indian related, that Sumeru cult, that is Babylon cult, etc. All the Peru, Chile, Mexico, Mayan cult, Siberian, it's all the Indo-European names originating from India. So science, that scientific, that horrible, I am spiritually the best disciple of the greatest spiritual leader, Sri Mukteswar Maharaj Ji. That from where that Indian Technology Research Institute Mukteswar campus, that campus, it is from this my place, Hooghly, Bankura border, almost 1500 kilometers, 1500 kilometers to this, from this Bengal towards the Delhi side, Himalayan belt inner, that meditative center, Hita Pradesh, Orca Hita, that Japanese very famously follow that rule, Hita Narayan, Pulsa Narayan, who is sitting on the inside of the sun. So that is the sun clone, and all these experts, they are not allowing me these spiritual matters to be informed you as a scientist, because the physics, chemistry, all UNESCO jointly has to report me as I am supreme authority, science and spiritual on politics and political, to teach all the politics, because if you know, as I am scientific personality, so you are also representing health expert or scientist, physics, chemistry, anywhere I have, and digitally I also very strong than any other scientist who are World Health Organization, you are, because you not have that problem, and the digital system, how can take the life, and the Google Earth tracing system, human life snatching, heart failure causing, machinate, witchcraft, etc., digital system, the robot, communication, so many things have to be informed, because that Indian government people who have been blamed, and IVRI, ICAR, IIT, sub all that 8 research council of India is responsible for not non-cooperation and preventing radar or to suppress their jointly crime, as if all the peoples are government of India, peoples are criminals, dishonest, anti-humanist, humanity annihilators. So they have to give answer and face to international body, OIE, FAO and WHO. Even though Dr. Swaminathan, she is witches, dirty ladies, imposter, vulgar, criminal witch's daughter. She is not responding me, because her experience is merely bacterial disease, etc. But virology, like critical matter, that mutation, this question, bioengineering, that critical matter, she has hardly that caliber to give answer me. That, but she is very poor in this sense, and I think that all that real scientist group is not being allowed to question of the concerned people, because all the post in the YFAO and who is political, if it is that the idiots can be president of OIE, who and FAO, etc., or even that no scientist in this critical age of the principles of the science and technology, how become that bio-weapons and the radius, that carcinogenic, that climate, whatever may be, they're all changes, earthquake, devastation, asteroids bringing, mind disturbing. If you do not know physiology and that the physics and the mystic spiritual knowledge, then you cannot understand this mystic way, how these witches can damage. You have to learn the witchcraft, druids, etc. Satanism, evil, devil, anarchist, that malingerers. So, archaism, what is arcanism? That is Indian origin. That Raj Chakraborty. Raj is archaism. What is Indian Orca? That sun, that Orca. Indian Sanskrit, what is Orca? Who is sitting on this earth is Orca. Sri Lord Vishnu, that archaeological survey. So many things have to be discussed, because for that reason I am trying to most crucial clues, one scientific abstract, email through this Rabindranath Ray, Bala Gmail, such blue whale like undersea people like human trailing. I am seeing from this art, and this London, this one lady to ask me to resubmit, but they do not call me, and they repeatedly hack my computer as I am unable to prepare. The computer intrusion and damaging, it is the same Indian peoples remaining. So Houston, New Orleans, Florida, Mexican Gulf has been blamed, and one scientific that Colorado Climate Change Related Institute has to bear the maximum, and U.S. government has to, NOAA, National Oceanography Administrative Authority, has to bear that all responsibility along the Indian government, and UK and British governments, people negligence of the political leadership and the Supreme Court, who are incapable and dishonest integrity towards the liability responsibility to hold and to misuse that particular organization to excuse taking by remaining drama, doing suppressing fact, crime, anarchism, and to do with party gundaism, satanism, that groupism, defeating by the taking votes of the stupid evils, immigrants and this criminals vote that does not establish the truth or science. There is a risk to be learned by these people's. Mayor Joy Biden is idiot one. Kamala Harris is a vulgar lady. And the UK but is just a grammar people, better than his grammar I can teach him. But he is this of evil people, sir. No, I do not believe they do not